This is an AllSportsStation production.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
In a storied career that has spanned 14 seasons and nearly 60,000 yards through the air, we're seeing a brand new chapter for Matt Ryan this year. With Atlanta in a rebuild, Ryan was dealt to Indianapolis, who is their 6th Week 1 quarterback in 6 seasons. One of the most decorated quarterbacks still active, this move will keep Ryan on a contender as he chases his first career Super Bowl title.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now it's Hines. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Ryan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Ryan.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Here's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his 1st target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So a very long drive, play after play, gets him down the field. But wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker. They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-hilaire. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-hilaire. And a short gain down to about the 33. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-hilaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-hilaire. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
First and 10, it's Edwards-hilaire with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-hilaire. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Travis Kelsey touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Taylor.
Gets past one man. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They run with Hines, and he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Ryan. Campbell making the catch. Call it a gain of a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Ryan to throw.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Working with a 2nd and 4. This is Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 24 yards for Nyheim Hines. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
"7-7", our score after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Hilaire. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Mahomes to throw once more. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Second and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
First down pickup by McCole Hardman, and this season is really his big chance to emerge and break out. Last 3 years, he's been second fiddle among KC's track star receivers, but with Tyreek Hill gone now, this is McCole Hardman's opportunity to take on a bigger role in the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Hilaire. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdes-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines.
61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Another 40 catches last season for Indy's receiving back, and Hines has yet to miss a game in his 4-year career. The Colts proved how valuable they think he is by giving him a new 3-year contract and expect a heavy dose of him in the passing game again this season.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Ryan to throw.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. This is Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Chris Jones is one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL, and I think he's at his best when he plays defensive tackle. Consistently gets to the quarterback, 9 sacks in 2021.
That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Hilaire.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
The Chiefs value what Edwards-Hilaire brings to a backfield group, both as a runner and a receiver. Average over 60 all-purpose yards per game for them across 10 contests. They know he can produce even more if he can stay healthy for the full season.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines.
Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, Ryan.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Here's Hardman to return.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Mahomes firing complete, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. And that will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now it's Ryan.
That's complete to Pierce.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Ryan.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, here's Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdes-Scantling.
Touchdown! Marquez Valdes-Scantling with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Play action. It's Ryan. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Ryan. And he's got Pierce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Hilaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Hilaire. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Hilaire.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, You're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Right back to Edwards-Hilaire on 1st down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Hilaire.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Ryan to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now it's Ryan.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Throwing again, Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing. And he does exactly that. Picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Down to about the 37.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Ryan.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Get it, baby.
Now it's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Paris Campbell
from 3 yards out.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Blankenship out for the point after.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Here's Edwards-Hilaire as they will start on the ground.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Hilaire.
And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Let's go, baby. Turn it on.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Mahomes finding his tight end, Kelsey, for a big one. 42 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks. Get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Hilaire with it.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Hilaire. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now Mahomes. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw once more, and it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Edwards-hilaire. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch, however, it's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. They'll get this off to Taylor. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. Second and 8 coming up. To throw again is Ryan. Back to the same target, Campbell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back to Taylor on first down. Down to the 42, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Ryan. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Let's go, baby.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
93 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down at 4. Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Ryan.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Dio Odengbo. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
They'll set up a throw.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-hilaire.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Hines. And some room to work. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
First and 10, Taylor now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Ryan.
This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Ryan.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Ryan.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow! Wow!
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of the team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 28-24. A little over 30 seconds remaining. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10.
Pass complete to Edwards-Hilaire. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Mahomes finding Hardman. And he'll have a first down to the 45, but the tackle comes inbounds.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mahomes to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Mahomes.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And now here comes their final timeout
as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Mahomes.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final try for Mahomes. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.